Now, the country marks 3 years today since President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM boss Raila Odinga shook hands in the historic handshake. 3 years later, and the handshake has had its share of ups and downs. The recent concerns raised by a section of ODM leaders, however, threatening the handshake that cooled the political temperatures that were occasioned by the 2017 elections.
The country marks 3 years today since the handshake between President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM boss Raila Odinga. A handshake that took place at the foot of Harambee House brought together the government and the opposition, cooling the then heated political temperature. However, the handshake has been shaky in the recent days, with section of ODM leaders threatening to walk out of the handshake. The handshake has culminated to the constitutional amendment process, famously known as BBI, which is currently before the National Assembly and the Senate, with the proponents of the BBI already praising the gains so far.
And we have achieved a lot. We have the BBI now, and I can tell you that the bulk of the work has been done, because here in Parliament, what we are supposed to be doing is really, other than for purposes being a bit respectful, is really clerical work.
Before the handshake, there was looting going on in Treasury. That looting reduced. I think if all of you remember, Raila joined Uhuru, not for anything, but for patriotism for the people of Kenya.
So once the new constitution has already been able to pass, which it will pass, God willing, with everything in place, I'm looking at the merits. If you look at the merits of every single thing that is on the BBI document, from resources going down to the grassroots.
Last week, ODM leaders raised an alarm, with Siaya Senator James Orengo saying they are senior government officials undermining their boss Raila Odinga.
And we know what these characters are trying to do to determine who becomes president in the year 2022. Those characters are undermining the authority and the goodwill and the vision of Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga.
Ukiona shule anaruka kutoka kwa maji, akwambie iko joto, ujue iko joto. You cannot doubt what Orengo and Junet are saying about the handshake.
The country is already gearing up for a referendum in June this year. Raila allies claims that the government officials are using a strategy to destabilize his most loyal support bases across the country, including Western and Coast, with the aim of projecting him as a weak candidate ahead of 2022 polls.
Kama hawatosheki na hiyo handshake, sababu hata Wakenya hawatosheki nayo, wengine kama Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga ambaye alikuwa mmoja wa wale tulipigania katiba mpya, tunamwalika arudi nyumbani.
Baada ya kumaliza mambo ya BBI mwezi wa June, itakuwa sasa baada ya referendum, what is there for the handshake. And certainly, tunapoingia hata mambo ya uchaguzi wa 2022, lazima pia ufikirie handshake ni nini. So, sioni ukisema ya kwamba utatoa handshake kwa meza kwa haraka vile ungetaka.
Joash Onsare, TV 47, Nairobi.
Moving